Ebitu Anes comes next. Abilu. I will fire you. Mr. Abilu coming next. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. He's a senior citizen. And it's like, I have offered myself to serve Soroti City East if you give me the mandate. Thank you very much for coming. Apologies for the pronunciations with the names. Thank you very much for coming. There we go. Let's clap for them. 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 Thank you. Nathan, next. Okay. We're still seeing that the rest should be coming. Honorable Atan also is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house. Okay, next is Honorable Atan Moses, ladies and gentlemen. Coming through. Thank you for the love that you're showing our people. Remember, the universal suffrage era is just for a short while. It's just for a short while. There he is. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Atan Moses, for coming through. I was saying that this era is just for a short while. We are brothers and sisters. We will disagree principally, but remain brothers and what? Sisters at the end of the day for the good of the community. Ladies and gentlemen, the team in the house, as you see. Can we first clap for the ones that are here? Let's clap for them. Let's give a round for them. Oh yes, there we. Where are we? Okay, the rest have not come yet, and I may want to do a little bit of profiling for the ones that are already here. We shall begin from Mr. Abilu Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Abilu Martin, Ernest. Political affiliation. Independent. Abilu Martin, Ernest, let's listen, is a seasoned public servant, security expert, and a peacekeeping.
I did it!
Make their day even more special. Be home your way. Send money from the UK to over 10 African countries with the best exchange rates at zero transfer fee, delivered in minutes. Download Lemfi today.
Abilu served two tours of duty under AMISON in Somalia, where he held a senior leadership positions, including sector commander and AU police liaison roles, earning international medals for exemplary service. His professional expertise includes counterterrorism, crisis management, peacekeeping operations, strategic security leadership, and humanitarian, and of course, disaster management. A lifelong leader, Abilu demonstrated leadership from school through university, serving as a prefect, a debater, a guild leader, an educator. He is married with children, a committed Protestant Church of Uganda, and remains deeply connected to the people of Soroti City East. Abilu Martin Ernest brings integrity, experience, discipline, and a proven record of service, positioning him as a capable and dependable leader, committed to peace, development, accountability, and effective representation of Soroti City East in parliaments. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Abilu Martin Ernest. Let's give him a round of applause for tonight. Thank you. We're profiling Amuriat Pascal, political affiliation, Democratic Front, Deputy, his position, Deputy President, Democratic Front, Eastern Uganda. Pascal is a dynamic political leader, is a pan-Africanist and a community advocate committed to socio-economic development and the empowerment of the Iteso people. As the Deputy President of the Democratic Front in Eastern Uganda, he is actively involved in shaping policy and advocating for land rights, social justice, and regional development. He is also an aspiring member of Parliament for Soroti East Division, aiming to bring transformative leadership to his constituency. Pascal is an accomplished author, having written Asapan na Iteso, Awaragasha no Iteso, and Art and Science of Emome. Reflecting his dedication to preserving and promoting Iteso culture, he is a regular panelist on discussions of national and regional relevance, bringing insightful perspectives on political, economic, and social issues. He is also a proud member of All African People's Revolutionary Party, advocating for Pan-African ideals. Education: Malala Boys Primary School, Tessa College Lloyd, Chibivi Senior Secondary School, Makerere University, Bachelor's Degree in International Business. Professional experience: Banking Officer, Bank of Africa. Finance Officer, Site Savers. Coordinator, TESO, Conflicts Around Borders, supported by GI. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Amuriat Pascal. Our next panelist for tonight is Elijah James Herbert Yoweri. Political affiliation, independent. Result-driven finance manager. Some order in the house. 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 Thank you. Akongel Rodney Mokula. Okay, some order in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go back to our profiling for tonight. I say that Elijah James Herbert Yoweri is an independent candidate, results-driven finance manager, and of course, chartered accounting professional with over 15 years of progressive experiences in financial management, donor compliance, grants administration, and strategic planning across NGOs, healthcare, and donor-funded programs in Uganda and Southern Sudan. Adept at ensuring organizational financial sustainability through robust order. Can we have some order in the house? Thank you. Is an adept in ensuring organizational financial sustainability through robust budgeting, cash flow management, internal controls, and compliance. Proven expertise in managing multi-donor grants, EU, UNDP, institutions donors, overseeing full grant life cycles and audit processes, and producing accurate, timely financial reports for boards, senior management, and donors. Experience in financial strategic treasury management risk mitigation, including exchange exposure management and rolling forecasts. Highly skilled in developing and strengthening financial systems, mentoring finance teams, and building capacity for budget holders to enhance accountability and performance. Proficient in leveraging technology, including Excel accounting systems and cloud-based file solutions to improve efficiency, transparency, and data integrity. Current in impact education, Masters of Business Administration, Finance, Uganda Management Institute, Of course, focus, strategic financial management, budgeting, and financial controls, research on automation, internal controls, Uganda NGOs. Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, Makerere University, focusing on financial accounting, auditing, internal controls. Diploma in Business Studies, Uganda College of Commerce, and of course, certificate in computer accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, James Herbert, that is his profile. Our next panelist that we are going to profile tonight is Rodney Akongel Mukula. Thank you. Order in the house. Order in the house. Order in the house. Political affiliation. Independent. Rodney Akongel Mukula is an independent candidate for Soroti City East. Order in the house. Order in the house. Thank you. Akongel Mukula is an independent candidate for Soroti City East and committed son of the soil. Shaped by the values and aspirations of people he seeks to serve. He is a UK-trained lawyer, having graduated from the University of Kent, and is currently advancing his leadership skills as an executive MBA. Order. I will ask that we have some Senate in the House. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear the profile of Akongel Mukula? Rodney brings over 15 years of leadership and management experience spanning both private enterprise and not-for-profit organizations. As an entrepreneur and a governance professional, he has worked at the intersection of policy, accountability, and development, building institutions and teams that deliver results. A devoted husband of 12 years and father of 3, Rodney is grounded on strong Christian principles, including integrity, accountability, service to others. These values guide his vision for public service and responsible leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Mukula Akongel. Tonight, order in the house. Order in the house. Thank you. Our very order. I will ask that let's be orderly. I want us to be orderly. For tonight, our panelists, the very last panelist we are going to profile is in his absence. I hope he has come through. Oh yes. Isaac Orego, ladies and gentlemen. Political affiliation, NRM party. He was born on 22nd of August 91. Soroti, Uganda. Married to Madame Agado Agnes, blessed with 3 children. Faith is a Catholic Christian. Isaac Orego was born and raised in Soroti in a humble family that instilled in him the values of hard work, integrity, compassion, and service. He is a son of the late Mzee Peter Oporot and Mrs. Order. Security. We need some sun, please. Order. Is the son to Mzee Peter Oporot and Mrs. Joyce Mary Amito, who emphasize education and community responsibility as pillars of success. Education. Bachelor's of Accounting and Finance, Chambogo University. A diploma in Accounting and Finance, MTAC, Nakawa. Certified Public Accountancy, CPA Uganda, ongoing. O and O levels, Soroti Senior Secondary School, primary education, allowed primary school, Soroti. While at university, it had outstanding leadership, notably serving as president of the CPA class of 2023. Leadership and public service. Isaac Orego is a committed servant, leader with over 15 years of grassroots leadership experience. Having served as a youth chairperson at Ariete Catholic Church. He currently serves as the Minister for Finance at Madera Parish. Where he promotes transparency and effective resource management. Driven by a passion for community transformation, Orego is an aspiring member of Parliament for Soroti City East, committed to accountable and inclusive leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming. Honorable, you're most welcome. We've seen your presence in here. So, I want to make this very, very clear. Security, this is a debate and not a rally. So it means that we must listen keenly. So we beg of you that we're all mature people and wish everybody well. So let's respect one another. To our panelists, you're all welcome. And thank you for being very smart. May God bless you as we go through this process. Honorable Joan, thank you for coming through. I want therefore to take this opportune moment to hand the microphone to it came late. Apologies. My apologies. Okay, oh yes. Profile, Atan Moses. Political affiliation, FDC. Order. Atan Moses Okia is a Ugandan former legislator, public administrator, and a governor specialist with over 12 years of experience in public administration, policy analysis, and accountability. He previously served as a member of parliament representing Soroti Division City. Honorable Atan holds a Master's of Arts in International Relations and Diplomatic Studies from Makerere University, and a Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences honors, complemented by professional training in organizational turnaround and renewable public policy making, research methodology, procurement and supply chain management, and public administration. His academic and professional background equips him with strong analytical leadership and strategic management capabilities. He has extensive experience working with Parliament of Uganda, Development Alternatives Inc., DAI, Office of the Leader of Opposition, Oxfam, GB, Public Affairs Center of Uganda, and other national and international institutions. In those roles, he has led and supported national accountability processes, policy reform initiatives, governance, programming, research, and policy advocacy, with a strong focus on improving government financing, transparency, and service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, Atan Moses Okia. Apologies to our panelists. I am going to ask all of us to respect one another. When they're delivering, can we give them time, ample time? When we shout a little bit, we shall not listen to what they're trying to give to us. So I therefore want to pass this microphone to our moderators for tonight. For God and my country.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, candidates, and the people of Soroti City. Welcome to this official debate for the aspirants for member of Parliament for Soroti City East. I welcome you to this debate, and today is yet another beautiful day that we are coming here together to listen from our candidates so that we can be able to vote basing on the informed choices. My name is Stephen Ojachor. I am a son of Soroti City, raised from Morapesur, a former pupil of Suaria Primary School and Madera Boys. I love Soroti and I'm patriotic to Uganda. Tonight, I am blessed to moderate this debate with my colleague, none other than Mr. Dan Outa. Dan Outa has a vast experience in journalism and media. He's also a consultant And I am glad to say that he worked with the Vision Group for over 20 years and groomed some of us, and tonight we are blessed to have his expertise and experience on this table. The purpose of this debate is not a slogan or personalities, but to help voters understand how each candidate will use the office of the Member of Parliament to serve Soroti City, a home that gathers all of us in different houses. Tonight's questions are structured according to the constitutional role of a Member of Parliament, and namely, that is a representation. We shall have questions, and the first piece is going to come from the representation role. Second one is legislation, and then the other one.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pearl extract for visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow. Skin is for celebrating my shade of beautiful. Nivea is for skin.
Together. So each candidate will have equal time to respond, and I will strictly enforce time limits to ensure fairness. And this is the reason why I will introduce to you our timekeeper, who is seated next to us. That is none other than Ejakait Emukoki, John Baptist. Earlier on, we had put Jonathan Osike. So we have two timekeepers. We have Ochen Simon from Voice of Teso and John Baptist Emukoki, who will all play a significant role. Like I have said, I beg your pardon. Sorry for that interruption. Osike Jonah, as I had earlier on directed, will sit as the timekeeper. In case of any changes, the table of the moderators will give a direction, and it will be announced to you. At this juncture, I want to usher in my colleague, Onach Dan Outa, to take us through the rules of the debate. You're welcome. Dan.
Protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege for me to sit before this august gathering as one of the moderators. As already introduced, my name is Dan Outa. I am a journalist, a teacher, and a journalist trainer. And being a teacher, I think I am really appropriate person to sit before these panelists and to moderate this debate. My work here is simply at the moment to read to you the rules. This is simply for order. But before I go to the rules, because these rules are specifically for the panelists, but I would kindly want to request the audience to give this debate value through listening. Because what's going to happen here is going to guide us on who can be the person who shall take us to Canaan. Because if we choose wrongly, we shall be playing with our future. If we listen to them and make a judgment which is right, then somehow our future will be defined well. So I know the MC will be controlling the crowd. I want to read this so that there is an order in the debate. And this directly goes to the panelists. Number one, each candidate has been allocated strictly 3 minutes per any question asked. So that means, I know you are prepared. So we shall not allow you to present the whole manifesto. So you should be able to point out which areas you want in order to answer this question. So 3 minutes strictly. Rule number 2, no interruption while another candidate is speaking. You know these 3 minutes are very few. So if we allow interruptions, then these people will not be able to make a point. So panelists, however much something each is mentioned, however you want us, please be patient. We shall give you that time to ask questions. But for now, allow the person present his views within the 3 minutes given without an interruption. Number 3, rebuttals will be allowed only when permitted. So we want order in the house. You cannot talk when you are not allowed. So if you want to respond to something which has been mentioned, think it is in order for you to ask for that permission. Then the other one is personal attacks are prohibited. We should not go to personal on this. We are here to present issues, not personalities. So those personalities we wait till another time, but not tonight. Then finally, responses must address the question directly. But I think this one you should be aware, because the time given to you is limited. If you begin meandering, beating by the bush, as they say, you'll be able to respond only one thing, and yet you might be given something big to respond on. So those are the rules for the panelists. But again, I want to appeal to the audience that please, if we shout, we shall really interfere or inconvenience them in their presentations. So please, let's give them time. Thank you very much. So I want to give back to my colleague to set us on the actual thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Representing the interests and priorities of Soroti City East in Parliament and Government. The first question is directed to the Honorable Pascal Amuriat. What do you intend to do for the Soroti City when you get to Parliament?
First of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity for us to be able to engage our voters. I welcome all of you to listen to us. I think we must honor the journalists of TESO for setting a precedence ourselves to be able to discuss the issues which pertain us.
We are humbled.
Now, while it is true we must answer questions directly, but there are certain things that we must do and answer so that our people understand us in detail, but also respond to the questions appropriately. I hope we will do service, we will be able to answer these questions and give our people an opportunity to decide. And so, I agree with you. Say, what will I do? There are many things that we'll do. But before I do that,
Pascal, you will have 3 minutes.
It is well. I will work within the time frame. If it doesn't allow, we'll move to the next question. Now, I grew up in Soroti City at a time when we had a crisis. And it is important to discuss history. If we don't discuss history of our people, we cannot know the future. We grew up at a time when there was war in 1987, in 1988, up to about 1995. And at that time, it is important to note that there was a crisis, and I want to use this opportunity to recognize the efforts of different personalities, and I'm deliberate about this. If time doesn't allow for me to discuss the details, it is okay, but I want to dwell on this subject importantly. At that time, we had great men and women who took the mantle to decide our future, where we are seated now, and what we're able to do. One of those persons I want to recognize culturally is Papa Imo.Paprasi. Those are individuals who sat down to begin to solve the problems of Teso. When we had war, people were being killed, and it was a whole huge crisis, together with his friends, the Vanso Momes. It is important to note that even religious leaders participated in these processes. This include the late Bishop Ilukor, may his soul rest in peace, Father Cochran, and other religious leaders who played a key role in ensuring that we get back to peace. In terms of education, there are key individuals we must recognize. Some of us have never paid our school fees up to today because of the goodness of the civil servants who understand our issues. One of them is Kado Liba, Teso College. Oumo Benjamin, Madera Boys. We had Muzei Atani made a contribution. We must recognize it. We must recognize that at that time there were businessmen who shaped this economy. This economy was so down. We had the Muzei Wali. They made a contribution. We had Pape Tilu. They made a contribution. Pape Lasso, Muzei Wazir, Muzei Abdurrahman, the Dius, Dorion, the Kakises, they shaped this economy. And it is important to understand that. So that as we are moving forward, we actually know which persons understand our issues much importantly. And then I think as I conclude, there are individuals in this land who shaped our entertainment and sports.
Your time is done, Honorable.
Is the 3 minutes done? Okay, no worries. At least I've spoken about that. I will come back later. Thank you.
Thank you. I respect my timekeeper, and I'm sure he's impartial enough. Honorable Orego, what do you want to do for the people of Soroti? Why are you hungry of the position of the Member of Parliament for Soroti City East? Three minutes.
Thank you so much. Good evening, viewers. My name is Isaac Orego, the next MP for Soroti City East Division. I want to condole with a few families. One of them is our sister Kado, who lost a brother, and our other who lost a father. And also to the people of Soroti City East, all who have lost their ones, that I am there with you always until we meet. Soroti City East has suffered for a long time. And I think it is the right time God brought Isaac Orego to deliver the people of Soroti City East Division. I have a lot for Soroti City. One of them is improved infrastructure, and to make sure that the drainage system of Soroti is well planned and made very well. Most slums in Soroti are suffering with waterlogged areas, and Isaac Orego is coming to fight that. To better the education. Our education system has suffered. Most of our teachers are still sleeping in classrooms that have iron sheets in them. We want to go and lobby for good housing for teachers and also new classrooms for teachers. We want to go and lobby for health care, very improved health care. We have land that has been given us by the university, 50 acres of land. We want to go and lobby for a national referral hospital for Soroti City East Division. Soroti, women are suffering, and they are the ones holding a lot of things in Soroti. And I am thinking that once given the mandate, we will empower the women groups and the youth. We have the industrial park that has been there for years. There is no factory in Soroti, and the youth are unemployed. Once I get there next year, The first thing is to lobby for factories to come to Soroti. The university in Soroti, but we don't have students who are studying in this university. We want to lobby for scholarships for our students to also join this university in Soroti.
Thank you very much. You have used your time very well, and we thank you so much. That actually, I ask you help extend the microphone to Honorable Rodney. Honorable Rodney.
Yes, please.
You have actually picked you are one of those who have contested for the 2026 forthcoming election.
Yes, indeed.
And what do you have on table for the people of Soroti?
Thank you very much, Elamanwe. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving us this opportunity to provide leadership. And I'd also like to extend my thanks to the organizers for putting this forward. This is a sign of good governance. The leaders in your various capacities, thank you so much. And to the panel here, your presence here shows that we are one. To the voters, we are coming together. Soroti City East Division stands at the crossroads of change. We have lost time in the last 5 years, COVID, by-elections, and an absent present leader. I would like to say that my manifesto stands on a consultative meeting that we have had with numerous people. I stand for economic change and economic empowerment. Social service delivery. For economic empowerment, we are going to look forward to supporting groups, women, as well as looking forward to coming forth to provide public and private partnerships to support economic enablers. We're looking forward to having a bypass. A bypass, Soroti City is the only city out of the 12 cities that was given a mandate that doesn't have a bypass. We're also looking forward to inviting private investors to come forth to make sure that they come and provide employment opportunities for our youth and women. Under social services, Soroti City has 13 wards, 84 villages. But I can tell you many of these hospitals that are located in some of these wards are not accessible by certain people. We want to bring services closer to our people. We're also going to look forward to improving the infrastructure such as drainage, public health, as well as waste management. Soroti for 7 years straight was the cleanest city in Uganda. We have not had the opportunity to provide and improve public health. But above all, I would like to say that I'm coming to represent the people of Soroti City East on an independent ticket, and I'm here to represent all. Political parties will not divide us. We should unite, and come 15th January 2026, go and vote Rodney Akongel Agilo.
Thank you very, very much. The Honorable Rodney Akongel Mukula. Ladies and gentlemen, I call for discipline in the House. We allow you to cheer your agents, your candidates, but in an orderly manner. Honorable Abilu,
introducing Airtel VoLTE. Stay in control of the game while enjoying crystal clear HD calls with friends and loved ones. For Android phone, select connections under settings. Select mobile networks. Turn on the VoLTE icon. For iPhones, select mobile service under settings. Select mobile data options. Turn on the VoLTE icon under voice and data. Gaming and HD crystal clear calls at the same time. Powered by Airtel VoLTE. Airtel.
I want to. I'm sorry to intercept you.
Yes.
I will compensate your time.
Yes.
I want to urge the candidates to call for discipline from the crowds. Talk to the supporters.
Can I? Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to maintain decorum. I would request that this is your opportunity for you to hear from all of us, so you can make the right decision and vote wisely come 15th January. I request that as we cheer for every person on this panel, let us also give them fair opportunity to listen to you, but also for you to listen to them. I thank you.
Thank you. I'm doing this because I do not want to make a tough decision.
Ikana chan lejas kau enapa kinos apupo kizisa jok tetere atomona kanyilosa za ikweto rega ikwete.
Yes, Honorable, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, moderator. You know, with my background, I come from a disciplined family and a disciplined force. So, I kindly request that you listen to me, because this is a debate. And if you want to get a candidate, the quality of a candidate, please listen. We are on a weighing scale, and it's better give me the time to deliver what I intend to do for you. As Abilu Martin Ernest, by the way, the name is Abilu, not Ebilu. You misspelled my name. I have come all the way from serving this government for the last 36 years. I have participated in the peace process and the developments that you see in this country. Having worked as a police officer and grew up in rank and retired with a very clean record. I have served this country nationally and internationally. The record is there and you heard. What do I have for Soroti City East? I have come back home and found that there are so many challenges with our people. One of the challenges that is itching me is the unemployed youth, the school dropouts in the villages and urban areas who don't have jobs and don't have a means of living. My program is to train them, to equip them with skills so that they can get jobs and have families. Number two, I will address the challenges of women, especially empowering women in economic activities. During my leadership, I will make sure that women are trained and equipped to run businesses. We first train them in having skills in entrepreneurship, tailoring, catering, saloon, hairdressing, and so on and so forth. And this government has already introduced the youth skilling and the women skilling programs. We intend to have them trained. And from my background, as somebody who has been training police officers, we shall train them in large numbers. I have a program to train them in Olilim. And we come back as skilled women to run businesses. Secondly, I'm going to set up...
I will only allow you to give us that point.
I'm going to set up community-based programs. I'm going to organize all the citizens in the wards. Every ward will have a center for training and to discuss affairs of the constituency.
Honorable,
and
your time is up.
me for support.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your time is up. We shall have an opportunity for you to continue distilling those ideas. They can be merged in the next coming questions. So if I cut you, you will have to reframe yourself for the next round of questions. There will still be more room. Honorable Elaju. You still have the same question.
Yes.
What do you have on table for the people of Soroti? What do you intend to do for Soroti City when you get to Parliament?
Thank you very much.
moderator, ladies and gentlemen, with due respect to all the protocol, in front of you here is Elijah James Herbert Yoweri. We are all aware that the current president of Uganda is called Yoweri Museveni Kaguta. So you need a leader, a namesake, that will work with this man. And as I'm speaking to everyone here, let it be very clear to you that on 15th January 2026, President Yoweri Museveni Kaguta will be elected. And the next person that will be elected will be Elijah James Herbert Yoweri. What do I have for the people of Soroti City East? Before I talk about Soroti City East, I need to talk about Soroti City. Soroti City has a population of about 120 people. Soroti City East has 70,800 people. So as a leader, you must be able to know the number of the people you're going to represent. And then there are 86 villages in Soroti City East with 13 wards. So what am I talking about? The first thing is I'll be a debater in parliament, debating on issues that affect the people of Soroti City East. The second thing, I'll be representing our people, taking the issues that affect our people and tabling them into the floor of parliament. So as I speak now, there are so many things that we can talk and repeat. But I must say, Soroti City East came from what we call Soroti Municipal Council. And Elijah, who is standing before you, contested in 2016 as a member of parliament for Soroti Municipality. Though I lost, I did not lose the interest because I still had a purpose and I have a vision for the suffering people of Soroti City. As I speak here now, I want you to know that government has put programs. He has put a PDM, we have a Myoga, we have many other programs that have been done by government. But what is lacking is an oversight. Someone who can monitor to see that the funds are not misused. And as I'm speaking now, we have so many funds that come here, including the Constituency Development Fund. I don't want to forget this one. It has to be monitored.
Your time is up.
Aish, thank you.
Thank you for exhibiting the discipline on the podium. Honorable Atan, get hold of... Honorable Atan, we know you're not contesting for the first time in Soroti City. What is that has been itching you, making you develop that ambition to be in the August House, a national August House? Is there anything different from what you're...
Thank you, Bwana Moderator. To the audience and my colleagues, the panelists, it is an ecstatic moment to be before you this evening. As enshrined in the Constitution, Article 79, Subclause 1, Parliament shall have the powers to make laws on matters of peace, order, development, and good governance. And Parliament embodies on us as members of Parliament to be that we shall represent the people, we shall legislate for the people, we shall appropriate resources for the people and do oversight. It is on that background that before you, I ran for the 5th time and ran to seek the mandate on the basis that we have a collapsed health infrastructure and health services in this constituency. The medical personnel we have are very competent, but they are ill-equipped. We have one of the worst regional referral hospital. And as a member of parliament, we intend, with colleagues, leading to push that this country prioritizes TESO as a special region and we have a better national referral hospital. The medical personnel in this constituency do not have accommodation, do not accommodate themselves in the health facilities. As a member of parliament, I intend to push that all health personnel are given decent accommodation and the workload is lessened. On education front, I intend to push that teachers who are earning less than 14,000 per day, and the teacher must survive on breakfast 5,000 shillings, lunch 10,000 shillings, supper 15,000, a round figure of 30,000, but you're earning 14,000 per day. That is 420,000 a month. That is so miserable. When on feeding a teacher needs 900,000. As a member of parliament, I'll be a champion for the least paid teacher not to earn less than 900,000. The issue of matters of feeding. We have an education system that has forgotten that children need to be fed. And the children are starving. I intend to be a member of parliament who will pursue a national feeding policy for our children to eat meals, breakfast and lunch so that they don't study on empty stomachs and fail to collapse in education and end up security guards serving the rich and protecting the rich at the expense of the present and future generation. As I conclude, thank you, Bwana Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Moses. Thank you, Honorable Pascal Amuriat. Thank you, Honorable Rodney Akongel. Thank you, Honorable Orego. Honorable Martin and Honorable Herbert. The question that I asked was based on the role of a member of So, coming from the role of a member of parliament in terms of representation, it's a legislative role. And at this juncture, I will give my colleague to take us through a segment and resource allocation. Done.
Yalamanoi, we are now going to the next section of our presentation, and as Mr. Jachwala has already mentioned, we are going to look at budgeting and resource allocation as a role of an MP. And I think the question I want to pose to you all is, Soroti City is operating on a shoestring budget. And since we all are residents of this city, the council has been crying about money. Now, I want to ask, let me begin with Pascal. I think you have rested enough. You begin with this. How will you help Soroti City Council to achieve a fair budget allocation from the central government if these people here elect you in the next parliament?
Thank you so much, moderator. While I was talking about the history, and now I will talk about things that we must have a clear understanding about our society, our communities. And so the struggles of the people of Soroti East are quite diverse. And just because of time, we may not be able to expound in detail. But it is important to note that Soroti City East is one of the unique cities. It has a rural belt, areas of Aloet, Achetigwen, Opuyo, Otatai, and Opiai. These have their own uniqueness. And this uniqueness needs to be handled with a special consideration. It is also important to note then we have the urban side of the other wards. And I'm going to address this issue citing one struggle and provide remedy. One of the key struggles that we have as a people of Soroti East, in terms of service delivery, you're asking for budget allocation. The main market has heaps of garbage. How do we address it? It needs to be addressed at policy level, at legislation. We cannot think that we can collect garbage and charity to solve it. It is important to note that this market is a loan. The World Bank has given us African Development Bank has given us a loan for 25 years. I wouldn't have a problem with the loan. But the loan is predatory. We must remit money to the African Development Bank, and eventually it is channeled through the ministry and brought back for us to collect garbage. Now, why I'm saying that this needs a review, and I can be honest with you, until we begin to review some of these predatory loan agreements that all of us are aware, we cannot solve the problem of garbage and also increase eventually budget allocation for it. Why am I saying all these issues? It's because we must solve the problem at the most important place. And one of the key issues, of course, we want to seek to review is that loan agreement. Number two, government of Uganda has particularly developed a system of centralizing slowly. We are all paying taxes using the payment registration number. And that number, we pay money to Kampala. It is a colonial policy. We cannot be following money to Kampala, everything Kampala. We must have a honest conversation around decentralization. And this is why, me as Member of Parliament, one of the key issues that we seek to develop is the issue of having regional governments. We must federate as a country. If we do not federate...
10 years ago, it all began with one trade. Discipline became my edge. And today, I trade with confidence and consistency. 10 years of helping traders grow. FTMO.
I will not allow, but in terms of budget allocation, you must deal with policy and allocate. Of course, naturally, we need to allocate Soroti City East more money. And I talked about the rural belt.
Excuse me,
just as
Pascal, a moment. I think I want to bring you back to the specifics of this question. We are talking about how you, as an MP, will help in the process of allocation of
resources. This is what I'm talking about. I do not work in isolation. As a member of parliament, I will work in collaboration. I will garner support. I already have members of parliament on my side. You do not work as an individual. I am talking about actionable points. I have just told you review of the agreement of the market. Number two, I have told you about advocating for centralization. For decentralization. A honest decentralization. And because of time, how I wish, time doesn't allow. Yeah. However, we are discussing issues which are very important for this country. And if we only have 2 minutes to discuss that, then what are we doing?
That's exactly
we are here to have a honest conversation.
I wish we could listen to each other. That's why we are saying that since we are time bad, we go specifics whenever you are given an opportunity. Because if you can't generalize here talk, obviously you will not be able to present.
Why? You see.
So can you give the mic to the next person?
Okay, I observe.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Mr. Lasso, you're the
not
president.
Lasso,
Elijah. So please, you have listened to your colleague talk. Are you going to do anything different from what he has said, or you have prospered?
What I want to say is, in simplicity, a member of parliament is an ex-official in the mayor's council. So once I am elected as a member of parliament, which I'm sure that on 15th January 2026, I'll be able to work with the mayor's council, knowing that myself, my background of training is in finance, and budgeting is one of the things we normally eat in our course and in our practice. So I will work with the mayor's council to guide them. Secondly, you know that all needs need a research-based approach. So I will actually establish a research and development desk that will be able to seek the needs of every ward the needs of every division. So that when we are doing budgeting, we do the budgeting which is based on the needs approach. Then the other thing is, as all of us know, that there are some of the things that we can also be able to lobby. Me, I'm a lobbyist myself. I'm good at grant writing, and I'm saying that we shall not only live and watch garbage. Garbage that we see today in Soroti City is actually a business itself. Through garbage, you can be able to make tiles. Through garbage, you can be able to make pavements. When you melt caveras and turn them into a molted item and take it into a block making machine, you can actually make tiles that you can never break. So if you look at the Chinese technology, I will work with all other countries. As I speak today, we are not isolated. We are connected to the global world through technology. And I'm saying, through research and technology, we shall be able to lift up this city. The city I'm talking about is not a city for Soroti. This is a global city that falls under other cities that World Bank itself monitors. So I thank you very much, and I'll be working with our team. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Bill, we are still talking about budgeting. And yeah, no problem. It's okay. Now, the question is, Mr. Bill, explain the specific budgetary processes that you believe you are going to follow when you are given to Parliament in order to ensure that Soroti City also benefits from the budgetary process, from the allocation of resources that would help us achieve its objectives.
Thank you very much, moderator. The budget, the national cake, is actually budgeted for in Parliament. When you elect me a member of Parliament for Soroti City East, my role is to make sure that I fight for the increase of the national cake for the people of Soroti City. We must increase the budget for the mayor, for the city, and all these councils. Being an ex-official member of these committees, actually a member of Parliament is the ex-official member of these committees. I will be having time and attend those meetings, identify priorities, see their needs, and take these matters to Parliament such that the budgetary allocation for Soroti City is increased. Right now, Soroti City is handicapped. The money that they have been allocated is too small to cover their operations. So I will fight for the national cake for the people of Soroti. And I will make sure that I follow up all government programs that need funding, identify the funding areas. Some of them are even external. So we can help to see how we can appropriate money to support the city within the national cake and also outside, looking at friends, looking at organizations and other sectors that can support us. So as a member of Parliament, I will really fight to make sure that the resource envelope for Soroti City is more than double, triple, or quadruple to manage the garbage, to manage the services, to manage the service delivery generally. That is my role as a member of Parliament, to be with the people, to be with the community, identify their problems, forward them to Parliament, fight for them in that Parliament, so that I change the situation that is obtaining now. Definitely, it's a miserable situation. We need to fight for our cake, and you need an eloquent member of Parliament. You need a member of Parliament who will go to Parliament and do the needful, do the lobbying, do the negotiations, do the consultations to make sure that our needs are addressed. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Rodney. Rodney,
Yes, please.
This is your question.
Yes.
What tools does Parliament have to punish the misuse of public funds? And how will you use them appropriately in order to help Soroti City achieve its goals and objectives?
Thank you very much. First of all, the oversight role of a member of parliament is the key part that we follow. But as a member of parliament, we have legislative rights to go ahead and pass laws that will be able to create law and order in society. These are the, I would say, these are the tools that parliament has. Number one, parliament has committees that create oversight on different parastatals that are run and to ensure that transparency and resource allocation are put together. Number two, Parliament also has an oversight internal check mechanism, what they would call an internal audit system. The IGG, all right, goes ahead to audit, including the Attorney General, goes ahead to audit to see that public service, as well as civil servants, as well as resources, including taxes that we collect, are actually allocated to resources and for projects that are going forth. Parliament, by the way, also has administrative roles through the three arms of government. This includes the judiciary, including the courts of law. Parliament can actually go ahead to actually go and make sure that all members of parliament are accountable to them. I'd like to say that on top of the courts, on top of the laws that are passed, on top of the committees, as well as the actual parastatal heads and all leaders will be able to create an oversight for that. Secondly, I'd also like to say that as a member of parliament, my job is to legislate. When we go and legislate, we will ensure that we pass laws that create oversight to ensure that resources are in. We'll also go ahead to have resource budget allocation. By having committees, we ensure that the resources go to the required locations and sectors. Case in point, if you look at Soroti City East, there is a bypass that is needed in the city. In all the 12 cities, we have no bypass. The regional referral hospital, when we are allocating those resources, it is critical for Parliament to create an oversight role through the committees and the Auditor General. So I would like to conclude that oversight role is going to be my third pillar of good governance in my manifesto, to ensure that the people of Soroti City East gain what is deserved to them. I thank you.
Can you pass this mark to Mr. Tan?
Pardon?
Honorable Atan. Okay. Before we come to Mr. Orego, let me go to Mr. Atan. Government sends money for government programs and projects, but these funds in most cases are mismanaged. Can you convince this House that if they vote you as an MP, that how will you ensure that that money goes to appropriate sectors it has been allocated without being mismanaged?
Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator. Value for money refers to the optimum utilization of resources. And in this aspect, resources will refer to the local revenue collected at the local base and the resources appropriated for the National Assembly. As a member of parliament, to ensure value for money, the first important aspect I'll undertake is to ensure that we open up the budget that has been approved at the local level, and we agree with the local leaders to have what has been appropriated, released quarterly, known by the beneficiaries. You will agree now, as we are seated in this room, nobody knows how much Soroti City has got this quarter. And nobody knows how much what they have got this quarter is supposed to do in the next 3 months. That is the first aspect. The second aspect of ensuring that we have value for money will be to initiate and undertake a weekly accountability week of the member of parliament and local leaders to account to the people annually on the budget that was approved by the council, supported by the member of parliament in as far as appropriation, and undertaking oversight to ensure that what we passed in the budget approved, funded, has been executed. If it has not been executed, somebody must be held accountable. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now this question goes to Mr. Orego. Listen. Now, we are talking about mismanagement of funds. We are talking about appropriation and allocation of funding. But now, being a member of the ruling party, that's NRM, assuming now you're elected as an MP, we are talking about allocation of resources. You said you'll come and interact with the Soroti Council to know the priority areas they would allocate the funds. But now, your party position will be different from the interests of what? Of Soroti people. How will you be able to compromise the two sides? The interests of Soroti people and the interests of the party in allocation of resources.
Thank you so much, Bona Moderator. First and foremost, I am elected by the people and not the party. So I cannot compromise the interest of the people over the party. I will advocate for what sent me, not what the party is giving me. So, in Parliament, we have to activate, the role of a member of Parliament is an oversight role. So we will have to check face by face on the finances that were approved. Is it the actual that has been spent? Following, like the PDM has been given to villages, I will have to follow up who has gotten, is it within the same family or it has been given to the whole community. That will help me identify that the money has been used appropriately. A member of Parliament is also an ex-official in the council. I will make sure I will be attending council meetings to check on how they are progressing with the money that they have approved. I also go to the field to follow up, to check on the roads that are being made with the supervisors, because it is one of my roles to man and check how the government projects are going. We also have ministerial budgets. We also check on the ministers, how have they used the money that has been allocated to them in Parliament.
Thank you very much. I think your time is fast spent. So, I want to hand over the mic to Mr. Jachor to take us through the next section. Thank you.
Thank you. I will continue calling for discipline in the House. I will continue calling for discipline. This is a debate. And members, I really call for order. Thank you very much. We are going to section 3, structure 3, which is very clear on the legislative role of a member of parliament. And I would like to start with the Honorable Rodney. Thank you. Honorable Rodney.
Yes, please.
Members, thank you very much. Honorable Rodney,
Yes, please.
suggest at least 2 laws you will personally sponsor in Parliament within your first 2 years, and explain how they will directly benefit the people of Soroti City.
Just repeat that question again.
Suggest at least 2 laws you will sponsor
Yes.
while in Parliament
Yes.
within the first 2 years, and explain how they will directly benefit the people of Soroti.
Fantastic. First of all, I would like to say that I come from a legislative background. I'm a lawyer by profession with an LLB from the University of Kent. So I'm well equipped to pass law, which is actually the primary responsibility of a member of parliament. In 2 minutes, I would say the 2 laws that I would look forward to is a National Health Insurance Act or bill. I do believe that a healthy population is a wealthy population. I do believe that this government has the ability to allocate resources through indirect taxes. It can even be something as 1% of the VAT that we pay, to have health insurance cover that would be able to cover up. I'll give you a case in point. In the United Kingdom, due to my exposure, I would say that the United Kingdom has the National Health Service. The National Health Service is actually a service that provides healthcare service free of charge and also creates the revenue to boost the healthcare service and infrastructure. That money can be allocated through the National Health Insurance cover, and that is a bill that I will pass. Given my experience that I went through 3 weeks ago, I've had a first-hand experience of the social services and the status in this country and in Soroti. I went on a government ambulance. I can tell you for a fact I wouldn't want anybody to go through that experience. We looked for a private ambulance, we failed to find. I do believe the people of Soroti need better health care, and that can come through a National Health Insurance cover bill in an indirect tax. Number 2, I will look for a national economic empowerment program. This act will give Ugandans power to their economy. I do believe that the next leaders of Uganda must raise the economic flag of Uganda. Politically we are liberated, but economically we are enslaved. I do believe that the national economic empowerment will give local Ugandans ownership and presence in companies. There are so many companies, all are top 10 taxpayer companies. More than 75% of them are owned by foreigners. There is too much capital outflow. This will then protect and reduce inflation, as well as go ahead to allow businesses to have at least 51% representation of Ugandans. That therefore means that Ugandans will have the ability to own their economy, own their money, and even have a national bank. A bank where Ugandans can go and borrow money at less than 10%. It is high time that we own our economy. Yalama.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable Rodney, kindly give a microphone to Honorable Atan. Honorable Atan, what policy changes do you recommend to help Soroti City Council reform better? What policy changes do you recommend Soroti City Council for them to perform better?
Thank you very much, Bona Moderator. Soroti City Council faces a challenge of local revenue leakage. And the underperformance of the budget of this city is as a result of collecting and under-declaring the local revenue realized from the contracted service providers. The policy change, therefore, I propose to move as a member of parliament is digitalizing the local revenue collection, so that all revenue that is collected is reflected in the national coffers, which will be a basis on which a member of parliament should fight for increasing and improving the budget of this city to improve service delivery to the benefit of all taxpayers. Secondly, the policy proposal I propose to move for the benefit of this city, especially the education, performance and declining standards, is the feeding policy. We must work as a city to ensure that other schools in Western Uganda, they are doing what we are being told not to do, not feed our children. And as a policy, local government can pass a feeding policy, work with the school PTA, the board and the member of parliament, and we will be able to feed our starving children. Teachers can eat at school, and we will improve the performance standards, and we will be able to return to the golden days when we were students who were shining, and improve the quality of people we take to Soroti University, to flying school. Because of the fallen standards, we have failed to have children go to Soroti University, go to flying school, and every time you push, they are asking where are they who have passed. But you cannot have a starving population who are not being fed. The teachers are indebted. When they see a money lender, they are running. One other policy that we must address is to fight and provide in the PTA fund for the teachers' welfare and living conditions. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the Honorable Atan. You have actually used your time very well. Honorable Patrick Amuriat, Pascal, I beg your pardon. Honorable Pascal Amuriat, get hold of the microphone. Honorable Amuriat, most laws are shaped in committees, not plenary. Which committee would you seek to join? And how would that committee, how would you use that committee membership to benefit the people of Soroti City?
First of all, thank you. I want to start with a quote from one of my favorite writers. It's called Machiavelli. In his book, The Prince, he said, when policy and fortune are in accord, then we shall succeed. But if they are not in accord, then we will fail. But importantly, he says fortune is like a woman, which of course I don't agree, that you must coerce her to become submissive. You asked a direct question, that which committee would you seek to join, and therefore what role will you play so that you can be able to provide the people of Soroti City East a better opportunity to enjoy themselves and have a dignified life. For me, I would prefer the Public Accounts Committee because it is an accountability committee, and I would put my efforts there. But allow me just touch on a rebuttal, just one issue. I don't agree with the national health insurance policy. Why? Because it is discriminative. It is basically for those who have and those who do not have. Insurance, ladies and gentlemen, is you pay, and whether you are sick or not, you must pay the subscription. We need to be honest here. I come from a social democratic background. I believe that health must be for all, education must be for all, land rights must be enjoyed by all. And so the current policy, the current health policy in Uganda suggests two things. One, that government will provide basic health care. So when you go to hospital, don't expect much. If you want specialized services, like my brother got a specialized service. If you want a specialized service, you must pay for it. If you want a high-end, you must pay for it. For me as a member of parliament, I want to equalize opportunities. Everybody must be given equal access to health. My own members, my own wife gave birth in Soroti Regional Referral Hospital. I have an experience. If you are going for antenatal, if you have 10,000, you are served quickly. Those who don't have money have to wait. Two, even when you want to access basic services, there is that for paying and that for paying. So for me, one of my key areas, we must equalize opportunities for all. And while it's not specific to the same committee, I think for me, health is a critical sector. Lastly, just allow me lastly.
Your time.
Kindly members.
Okay.
Lastly, okay. I talk about land rights, and I'm passionate about land rights. One of the key laws which must be expunged from our constitution is the leasehold. We cannot transfer our land from customary to leasehold and therefore subject ourselves to pay three taxes: ground rent, property tax, and then rental tax.
Thank you,
These are cake, and they don't allow us to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pascal. Honorable Orego. Honorable Orego, how will you involve the people of Soroti City East in drafting, amending laws, given the parliament sits in Kampala?
Thank you so much, Bwana Moderator. How will I involve the people of Soroti in amending laws and yet parliament sits in Kampala? I can also create my parliament in Soroti. And that parliament, that is the parliament of the people. By me engaging the people weekly or annually to meet with them and to discuss with them what are the things disturbing them. And also engaging the local councils. We have the LC1s who are in the villages. I will also engage them in meetings to find out what are the challenges that people are facing from the villages, so that I take that to the parliament, because that is my role. It is representing the voices of those who cannot go to parliament from Soroti. The other issue is sitting with the executive of the council and the technical people, especially the CAO and also the councillors. They represent the people. I will be sitting with them always to find out what are the issues that are attacking people of Soroti. Another issue would be sitting with the women. Since the women are the ones holding a lot of population in Soroti, I would be sitting with them and asking them and find out what things I can do best for them so that I can be taking their views to Kampala. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Orego. You have utilized your time well. Honorable Elaju, voters often demand the handouts instead of the laws.
I beg your pardon?
The voters always demand the handouts instead of the laws. How will you convince the electorates that strong legislation matters more than personal donations?
Thank you very much. I want to say, from the perspective of a voter that we talk about today, one of the things that makes people to demand for handouts is poverty. And if we are able to roll poverty away from our people, people will move away from asking for money from their leaders. So as a member of parliament, I'm going to look at 2 to 3 things. One, I know that the current challenge we have with our youth is unemployment. And putting youth into gainful employment will take them away from the handouts. The other thing is, which I want to talk about, is the issue of the PDM and the money that government normally sinks down into the communities. This money has not, there is no research which has been conducted to generate ideas to guarantee that those are the exact needs of the people. You might be able to give someone a pig when that person is a Muslim, and that will cause confusion. So I want to say that categorically, that the needs are not the same. So I don't want to move away from the issue of research.
Honorable Olaju, how will you ensure to the people that legislation matters more than handouts? How?
I told you that the first thing is making laws that protect the needs of the people. If you see, I've told you that poverty is one of the issues that drive our people to look for handouts. But if we make a poor friendly policies that makes sure that the cake which is given to the people is adequate, people receive enough money, the enough budget is allocated to the people, I must tell you that nobody will be begging for money. It's actually something that has been done to make that some people, some regions, as I speak now, some regions have enough budget allocation and other regions have inadequate budget allocation, such that those who have low budget allocation remain as slaves for this country and remain as beggars. But I'm saying, once elected as a member of parliament, the budget must be adequately allocated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Elijah James Herbert. Honorable Abilu.
Yes.
Honorable Abilu.
Yes.
What measurable indicators should voters use after 2 years to judge your legislative effectiveness?
Thank you very much. What measures the voters should use to judge the performance of their leaders? One is to call them every period, like every 6 months, every year. The member of parliament should come back to the ground and explain to the people what he has done. This has been lacking, especially in Soroti here. People are elected to parliament, they disappear. They come back during the next election. During my period, I will come every month, every 6 months, every year. I will give accountability to the councils, to the people, and I'm going to have people's parliament in every ward. I will give accountability of what I'm doing in parliament to the people all the time. Secondly, I'm going to encourage the councils to come up with bylaws. Some bylaws that can check the performance of leaders. Today we have leaders who just move, but they can't be called. We need to call our leaders every time when we need them. If something is wrong, for example, there is a service that is required, but people are there, the leader does not come to explain to the people what's going on.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. You will be given ample time later on in your summary. You can include what you have not said in your summary later on.
Yeah. So
that will be at a later time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost coming to the end of this debate. However, we still have the very last segment of oversight, and then we shall go to crossfire. Meanwhile, the audience should be preparing their questions. You write in the sheet and deliver to Peterson, who will later present to the table after verifying. We are trying to avoid the use of abusive language to respect the debate and also to protect the integrity of the candidates. Allow me to give the microphone to Mr. Dan, my colleague. Outa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jachor. As already mentioned, we are going to the last section regarding the role of an MP in Parliament, and this one is an oversight. And I want to begin this time with Mr. Rego. Most times, Mr. Rego, most times MPs are blamed for bad roads, bad health centers, markets, and other public services. Are they blamed rightly or?
Thank you so much, Bwana Moderator. MPs are blamed wrongly. Reason being, they are not the ones who are constructing roads. Their work is to supervise what has been done. MPs don't go to the hospitals to treat people, but MPs go and verify, are the drugs there? Has government provided the necessary equipment that are required for treating the people? The other issue is checking on the audited reports, which is one of the oversight role that the MPs do. Has the money that has been put in the council, has it been used rightly? The money that was approved from Parliament, has it been used rightly? So it would be very easy for me as a certified public accountant next year of Soroti City to do the oversight role, because one of my duties has been the audit role. So I would be very keen on the audited reports. That will help me know that the money that was allocated in Soroti has been used well. And also going to the field to check on the projects that the government gave, the PDM, the MIOGA, following up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, though I see a bit of contradiction there. But I want to pose the question to Mr. Elijah. Mr. Elijah, do you believe or do you agree with what Mr. Rego says or not?
I may say somehow we are almost there, but there are some things that a member of parliament cannot do. For instance, going to inspect the audited reports of government. That is not the role of member of parliament. Government are three arms. We have the executive, we have the legislative, and we have the judiciary. So all of them work as independent. So as we talk about oversight role, our role as member of parliament is to see what has been sent to our constituency and to ensure that that budget reaches down to our people and it's effectively utilized. So I beg to submit. Thank you.
Give me Mr. Muriat. Mr. Muriat, are MPs really somehow responsible for the poor services that people receive because of their failure to do their oversight role?
Members, I think if we are to assess why Uganda is failing, should we apportion the blame to entirely the Parliament of Uganda? I will say no. Should we apportion it entirely to the central government? No. I think for me, everybody within their means can address an issue within the mandate you have. And I want to insist that the mandate that we all have, like a member of parliament, is you work within the law, within what you are supposed to do. And so your failure or our failures, everybody has a role. And do members of parliament fail? Yes, sometimes they fail. Why? Capacity issues, lack of information, and many other things if you like to add on to them. But allow me, senior journalist, to just state this. The job of a member of a parliament requires serious competence. It requires serious capacities to be able to deliver an assignment, especially in the city where we are having struggles. And I wouldn't want to take much time talking about the struggles: health struggles, land struggles, education struggles. A member of parliament committed to this assignment must accumulate as much information, must accumulate knowledge, must accumulate experience to be able to do that. And so, without talking too much, how do we do that? You asked about oversight. Number one, a member of parliament can have snap checks, surprise visits to different parts of the constituency to ascertain whether or not certain things are being done. Number two, we have a mandate to organize community barazas to get the issues, document the issues, and be able to address them in parliament. How? In the August House, there's Prime Minister's question time, there are committees, and there are many things that we can do as members of parliament to especially make sure that everybody is doing their job. What I see is that there is some bit of laxity and complacency in as far as oversight is concerned, And our mandate, especially for me, mandate as I conclude, my mandate will always be that we have weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually, and annual review as I conclude.
Please.
Soroti said, it made a very, very important statement, that an unexamined life is not worth living. We must re-examine ourselves, the people of Soroti East. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you give the mic to Rodney? Rodney.
Yes, please.
I can see you are really very ambitious in putting things right in our city.
Thank you.
Now, knowing that you don't run the city directly, it's the responsibility of the mayor, the town clerk, and the council and the rest.
That's true.
But again, you see that sometimes certain things are not going the right way.
That's true.
How will you be able to hold these officers accountable without overstepping your mandate as an MP?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. You're right. As a member of parliament, I do not have a micromanaging role. My role is to legislate. My role is to represent the people of Soroti City East on the floor of parliament, budget allocation, oversight, and of course to lobby. I'll give you an example, and I would say, in a situation like Soroti City East, where we do not have a grader, we have a situation whereby all the roads are bad due to the fact that, first of all, the local government is underfunded. We are operating on a deficit budget. That therefore means that there will be a deficit in social services. My first primary role to give them oversight is to go and lobby. I cannot hold people accountable if I have not done my job. I should go and lobby for government to give people resources and then hold our people accountable. It will be my role to work with the woman member of parliament to see that at the end of the day, we go and bring a grader to Soroti City East, but also ensure that resources from the central government are allocated for the betterment of the infrastructure, drainage, public health, and other supportive social services. That therefore means that instead of oversighting, I would like to say that leadership starts from the ground up. My role in the legislative arm of government is to ensure that I support all local governments by coming through with data-based information on the floor of parliament to justify resources. That therefore means that for roads, it is not my role to fix roads. It is my role to lobby with government to ensure that roads are fixed and the resources are available to local government to be allocated. I therefore will hold our people accountable by law. I will hold our people accountable through audits. And then as an ExCo member to council, I will also be present to hold our people and the council accountable. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Rodney. Honorable Atan, I want to having been an MP in the city and having faced a lot of challenges politically, being an MP, if you're elected, and you discover that some projects in the city are run by top government officials. Take, for example, assuming there is an interest from the Speaker of Parliament or any minister, and you know the consequences of you taking action against that, would you still go ahead and hold such people accountable, knowing that they will jeopardize your political career?
Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator. In serving the people of this country, we sought to uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. And the Constitution is supreme. Parliament makes laws for the good governance of this country. And transparency and accountability are a key cornerstone of good governance. Actually, in a sane democratic country, if you are a political leader, you are not supposed to do business with government. But unfortunately, here today, many cadres have taken over contract jobs, many political peddling to take the local revenue to benefit themselves. As a member of parliament, who knows my duties to represent the people, to ensure that people get value for the money because members of parliament are paid by taxpayers. Even the speaker is paid by taxpayers. So why would anybody want to influence peddling and deny people quality services and expect a turn to remain silent? I never remained silent when I was in parliament. I stood and took the risk to get out of parliament without being silenced, and I don't regret. And I'll be sent back to parliament to speak for the people, because we speak the truth to the power that be. So with that, I conclude that I will spare nobody as far as matters of accountability and transparency and service delivery for the benefit of Ugandans, the people of Teso, the people of Soroti City, and the people of Soroti East Division. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abilo. He has been a policeman, and he has been a policeman, and I think he has been involved in investigations. Yes. Can you tell this house what steps you would take to stop payment to a contractor who delivers substandard work in Soroti City, given that APs do not directly sign payment vouchers and they say hands off, eyes on?
Thank you very much. This is to do with oversight, follow-up of government projects. And this city has had that problem. My role as a member of parliament and with an experience of a senior police officer, any contractor that does not meet the contract terms will be dealt with according to the law. And we shall spare no contractor who does shoddy work. We shall definitely take legal actions against such contractor, and he will pay for it. The contract will be cancelled, and he has to refund the money another contractor should take on and deliver that contract within the timelines required, within the qualities required, within the mandated time. So I will not be kind to contractors who are coming to play with the national resources and with the taxpayers' money.
Mr. Dino.
Thank you.
I think you know in most times corruption cases are involved.
Come again?
I think you are very aware that most contractors are politically connected. Now you are saying you will take action, and you know maybe the judiciary will not be able to support your move. What will you do as an MP if the justice system does not help you?
Those contractors who claim that they are politically connected, sorry, there is nobody above the law. Myself, as a law enforcement officer, I know the law very well. There is no amount of political connection that we shall entertain in having shoddy work done in this city. We shall take action, and I don't mind stepping on people's toes, on contractors' toes, if they are not serving the people, they are not serving our people.
Your time is done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for going through that section successfully. Now, I think now we are going to ask the last part. That is going to be taken through by Mr. Ojachor.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you for the good speed. We have arrived at the crossfire. But before I will continue urging you, the colleagues in the House, to give Peterson your questions as he will deliver to the table here. We want to give everybody an opportunity to contribute in this debate, but in an orderly manner. The candidates will be free to ask questions, one question at least, to one particular candidate of your choice, and the candidates will directly respond. I want to begin with the Honorable Pascal.
First of all, thank you. Since it is time to ask ourselves, to re-examine ourselves, and you asked us that we must examine ourselves, and this is what Socrates was saying, that we must examine ourselves. The people of Soroti City East, you know what we have gone through, you know the challenges that we have gone through. I want to say that I do not intend to ask anybody a question. Why? Is that all of us are prospective members of parliament. Nobody is incumbent. I would be interested in asking an incumbent member of parliament. And so all of us are acting on promises. I would only pose the question to the audience. Do you want change or you want more of the same? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Abilu.
Thank you very much. Again, we are all new here, and I definitely have no questions to ask from my colleagues because they have not been in parliament. So I'm only hoping that you weigh us, the public, you weigh us. But remember, experience matters. Remember, those who have been with you,
please,
matter.
We want you to ask a question.
So
ask a question.
I don't have a question to any of my colleagues because they have not been in parliament. I would have also wished to ask the incumbent who is not with us.
Thank you. If you don't have a question, just say that you don't have a question. Don't again begin. We have an opportunity for you to give your closing remarks later on. It is provided. So you will reserve your comments and you will be able to explain in the closing remarks. We are going to give each one of you an opportunity in a wrap-up. Honorable Orego.
Thank you so much, Bwana Moderator. I have a question for all my colleagues.
You will only ask to one person. We are trying to be mindful of time.
Okay. I'm asking Rodney. Why should the people of Soroti City East entrust you to represent them in parliament for the next 5 years?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Orego, for that question. Soroti City East has been orphaned for the last 5 years. I have come forth since February, when I declared my interest to contest as an independent candidate. I have come in on an independent ticket to make sure that I represent all. I have moved around and drawn up a manifesto after consultative meetings around the constituency and identifying 3 major pillars that have actually affected Soroti City East. Economic empowerment and the lack of access to credit and finance is a problem. They should send me to the House to make sure that I will pass laws and work and encourage private sector investment, as well as advocate for government programs to support the women, the youth, the groups, and private investors. I will also go forth to see that social services such as better healthcare, such as better roads, such as access to clean water, Akipinisaija, is a mandate and a dignity. I am here to provide dignity, restore transparency, and ensure that the people of Soroti City have a united future and a good standard. At the end of the day, I would like to say that I intend to bring Soroti City East to Parliament and then bring solutions from Parliament back home. And that is why the people of Soroti City East must go on the 15th of January to represent and send me to the House of Parliament as their member of Parliament.
Thank you. That actually makes me ask you to also ask any other person a question.
Pardon?
You are free to proceed with a question.
Pardon?
Please proceed with your question.
Okay. I would like Mr. Rego to take me through the budgetary structure and process on how resources are allocated in the House of Parliament up to when they get to the local government and how accountability is sent. I would also like him to clarify if at any one point in time
only one question.
Yes. I want him to take us through the budgetary process on how resources are allocated in order to increase the deficit budget that Soroti City East is running on, and how he will be able to allocate resources when sent to the House.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Rodney.
actually, you have 2 minutes to respond to that question. In 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. In the budgetary process, budgeting starts from the SEC. NRM has the SEC committee. That is where the budgetary process is started. After that, there is the NRM caucus. NRM has a caucus where only the MPs of NRM sit to share what the SEC has shared. And from there is where resources are distributed. And remember, NRM has the biggest number of MPs in Parliament. When your MP is not seated in the caucus, your district or your city suffers. So from there, the budget is brought to Parliament for discussion. And from there, it is appropriated to different districts. That is the budgetary process and how it is distributed to different districts. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Atan, if you have a question.
Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator. Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator. My question goes to my brother Rodney. By the grace of God, I strongly feel I'll be the next member of Parliament. How will you support and cooperate with me as a serving member of Parliament after you've lost to me on the 15th January 2026? I thank you.
Thank you very much, Atan, for that question. And I would like the people to listen carefully. Mr. Atan, you are not entitled to power. Power belongs to the people. You are not entitled to power. Power belongs to the people. Article 1 of the Constitution says that power belongs to the people. You are not entitled to power. I come from an NRM background, but I chose to come independent because I'm not entitled to power. I have been here for less than a year. I have fixed 23 bills. I have given syringes to all schools. I went ahead to work with SBC, NRM, UPC, and I will continue to tell you that the people on 15th of January, give them the ability to pick their leader. You are not entitled to power. Allow that.
Order, please. Order, please.
Now,
order,
to answer the question.
Rodney, pass. Fire. Rodney. Order, please. Order, please.
You opened Pandora's box.
Please.
You opened Pandora's box. Oh, wait.
Hello. Excuse me, audience, order. Order, please. Now, we have been a good audience, and I want us to end that way. So there is a comment I want to give on Rodney. Order, please.
I would ask for some decorum, sir. I would ask for some decorum.
Rodney.
Yes, please.
I think you're a bit becoming emotional.
No,
But yes. But the question was, Rodney, that assuming Mr. Atan went through as an MP, how would you support him? Simple as that.
No, I want to correct you. He said that he will be elected, and I started by correcting him.
That is his belief.
I started by correcting him. No, I started by correcting him to say. Allow me to finish.
Even you believe you'll become an MP, not so.
If you'd allow me to finish. That's
an assumption.
Okay. If you'd allow me to finish.
Order. Let him respond appropriately. Would you support him or not?
I would like to say this. I would like to say, if we can have some decorum, please. I would like to say that if anybody on this podium is elected as Member of Parliament, excluding me, including Honorable Atan, I want to say it here, that I will support him.
Thank you very much.
Number two. You've asked me a question.
How?
Yes, that is now the how. How I will support him. Personally, right now in Soroti, I have 3 private companies. I will help him with waste management. I will ensure that I will help the process of cleaning this city and making it a green city. I will work with him. Secondly, I have a plan to bring a dairy plant. If he's going to support groups, I will help him by making sure that the groups that he supported are part of that dairy process to change the lives of the women, youth, and people.
Okay, I think that's enough.
And thirdly, allow me to finish. There is no time. There is no time on this one. Thirdly, I will also give my brother Atan guidance on good governance. Where he's making mistakes, I will guide him and say, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I will work with him.
Thank you very much.
It is all for one and one for all.
Let's save time here. So, thank you very much. One person has not asked. So please, Mr. Elaju, do you have any question to any of your colleagues? Order, please. Let's listen to our members.
Honorable Atan, look at me. I love all of you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I want to thank the panelists for successfully going through that section of our debate. Now we are going to the very last. That's now I want to get questions from the audience. We are going to be reading a question specifically to any particular person within the panelists, and will be able to answer immediately.
Thank you very much. Our colleagues, we are now going to read the questions that you forwarded to the table. And just like I told you, that these questions passed through scrutiny. And what is on the table is what we have received. In case you wrote a question and we have not read it, it means it was not necessary. Thank you. This question goes to Honorable Atan. What strategies do you propose to ensure continuous community engagement, which seem neglected with a lot of the leaders? That is the first question. You will be able to respond after we have read. Or let me read this very question. Just be noting, I'm repeating the same question. To Honorable Atan, what strategy do you propose to ensure continuous community engagements, which seems to have been neglected by most of the leaders? Question going to Honorable Rodney Mukula. It is clear you stay in senior quarters, Soroti City West. What makes you contest in Soroti City East? This is the question. We shall read all of them. Listen, members. To Honorable Moses Atan, as a member of Parliament, how will you bridge the gap between government and the common man? To Honorable Orego, what do you understand to be the core role of a member of Parliament, and how will you balance legislation, oversight, and constituency interests without neglecting any of them? Somebody called him Mwanaisha. To Honorable Rodney Mukula, you claim to have dealt in garbage collection for years. Why hasn't Soroti City benefited from that? And what assurance can we have that after becoming a member of Parliament, you will work on that in helping us now? That's the question. Okay.
There's another question here to Mr. Atan. What have you done in the 1.5 years you elected? Then number how can you not, this was different from this one was Rodney, but I think it's not appropriate. You want us to read it? But I don't know if this is appropriate. How can Rod, this one is for Rod, how can Rod who stays abroad ensure service? You wanted me to read the question again. Let me read. Service delivery in Soroti City East. Then the other one, how sure is Rodi that he can do better than the father? You say the question is, you were groomed in NRM family. How comes you are not contesting under NRM? Down low. Then to our turn. I think this one is a repeat to Mr. Tan. What did you do when you were an MP between May 2021 to May 2022? If we must vote you back in 2026, I think that's one. Amuriata Pascal, what key lessons the present leaders pick from the past should shape leadership service delivery?
Then we have a few questions we have singled from online. Actually, Emuria TV, somebody called the Vigil Vike, VK or Vike, I think it's Vike. This question is directed to Honorable Atan. How will you address the issue of infrastructure in Soroti City? Then is somebody called Mary Asano. Mary Asano, also to Honorable Atan. How will you address the issue of health in Soroti? We give you the microphones beginning. I think most of the questions have been directed to Honorable Atan and Honorable Rodney. So we can start with Honorable Atan. Honorable Atan, since most of the questions were directed to you, we shall give you 6 minutes to respond to your questions.
Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator, and thank you for the people who have raised the questions. I'll begin from the bottom, going upwards. How will you address the issues of health? Health is key and pertinent, that it takes the biggest resource budget of every family. And first and foremost, we need a population that goes to the health facility, comes back with the drugs, and they don't need to go and sell their chicken or goats to get medical care. The first thing we shall have to fight for is increased budget to the referral hospital, Health Center for Princess Diana, and Health Center 3, Kichinjaji and Morapesuru, to lessen the burden on the referral hospital. And we will ensure drug stockouts don't run out, because the Ministry of Health has a duty as duty bearers to provide sufficient stocks of drugs, and this we shall do by making sure that the budget appropriated to the Ministry of Health is also pursued up to national medical stores, that what we have appropriated to the Ministry of Health for drugs and managed by national medical stores, drugs that are delivered to the health facilities are commensurate with the resources we have appropriated. Secondly, on infrastructure, we shall ensure that medical personnel are given, are provided and accommodated in the health facility. You go to Health Center 3 Kichinjaji, at this moment, it's locked because the medical personnel can't accommodate there. In Morapesuru, it's equally locked. In Princess Diana, they can only accommodate less than 2% of those who need accommodation. We must fight and ensure that we provide accommodation for the medical personnel, and that we shall pursue. Equally, thirdly, on health improvement, we will need to fight and recruit more health workers. You cannot have a nurse work for 18 hours when the policy provides for 8 working hours. We have to lessen the work burden on the medical personnel by recruiting sufficient human resource, and that is a duty a member of parliament is mandated to oversee, to ensure good quality services provided in the health facility. On infrastructure, ladies and gentlemen, I served for 1 year in parliament. I was on the Committee of Physical Infrastructure. I was able to pursue through the Committee of Physical Infrastructure and brought 5.4 kilometers of first-class Maram, into this city outside the budget of the committee, outside the budget of Soroti City, worth 740 million. And this was done, and I'll quote the roads, from Kichinjaji going to Aminit, from Aminit going to Mbale Road was done. From Goshen Primary School up to Wale Primary School was done. From the solar plant up to the seed school proposed for construction, which we pursued through the Committee of National Economy, a World Bank loan to have Opio Seed School constructed worth 3.6 billion. And that is a school I'll have to pursue when I go back to Parliament by May next year. On further infrastructure, we have been working, and I want to thank Honorable Lobo and the current members of Parliament. They have been able to pursue and ensure that the city has a fully equipped road unit. And we will make sure that the city gets sufficient resources to have those resources. We fuel and open roads across the East Division, or Tatai, or Puyo, Achetigwen. My brother Mark, I respect you. I don't expect that of you, and I respect you. On the issue of my performance report, I was in Parliament for 1 year. And when I entered Parliament, it was a COVID time. I am the only member of Parliament who went in the COVID unit and was able to access the situation. They were lacking oxygen, being ferried from Chambogo, and I reported to the Committee of Parliament and the House. And members of Parliament convened in the Soroti Regional Referral Hospital. When they convened, we were able to move issues, and we were able to register successes that we now have an oxygen plant. We are able to also push for a CT scan because we had challenges, and the CT scan, as I talk, was achieved. I raised substantial matters on infrastructure, and we are pushing. The other issue is, question number 3 was what on our done.
That's supposed to be the last one. What to
question number 2, continuous government engagement with the people. I am going to be a member of Parliament who will serve in Parliament on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be engaging with the community through youth, women, and community barazas and reporting to the people.
Please.
Finally, Bana Moderator, I conclude strategies.
Yeah, time bad.
Thank you very much.
So, read me. I think it's your time to now respond. We give you around 5 minutes to respond.
Yes, I would ask for, moderator, I would ask for some decorum from our people.
Please allow him respond to the questions he raised. Let's be orderly, please. Please, time.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much to all those who've sent in questions. I would like to start with the question. If I could have some decorum, please. I would like to start with the question about why I didn't come on the NRM ticket. First things first. Independence is, an independent candidate is not an opposition candidate. Being independent is the preposition. I don't want to go to Parliament and be a rubber stamp MP. I want to go to Parliament and represent the people of Soroti City East and bring social services and economic empowerment and good governance that is needed for the people. Number two, I would like to emphasize that I believe in meritocracy. At the end of the day, I'm not entitled to power. Power belongs to the people. They will go on the 15th of January and vote their leader of choice. I have only offered myself as an independent candidate to prove to the people of Soroti City East that I'm credible, able, and very committed to actually delivering service to the people. Number two, I would also like to say...
Order, please.
I would also like to say that if elected, I would work with the NRM government to ensure that we empower and protect the gains. I will also work with the opposition to ensure that we bring things closer to our people. At the end of the day, when you're elected as a leader and as a member of parliament, you represent Kere. Even those who didn't vote for you, it is your duty to ensure that you represent them in the House of Parliament. I will also work with any member of parliament who has been elected by the people from any party of the choice of the people of Soroti City East. I would also like to answer the question. Someone asked that you have come, what have you done? I have come, I am a son of the soil. 2, I have provided water. I saw a significant contribution of what I could make to this community. Personally, I have fixed over 23 boreholes. I've supported over 30 groups. I've given syringes to all hospitals across Soroti City East. I have also gone ahead to educate our people on good governance and voter education. And I want to say that in this country, despite the low level of civic education, I have tried to open our people's minds. Number 3, the question around waste management. Personally, I run a business called Asante Waste Management. I've been in waste management for the last 12 years. I know waste management from the back of my hand, even if you woke me up now. I can tell you for a fact, Soroti City used to be the cleanest city 7 years in a row, over 20 years ago. We have lost our glory. I want to bring that glory back. As I speak right now, I have equipment for recycling that I've imported to empower our youth so that they are able to get employment and boost household income. I will also advocate for a polluter pays principle model so that the civic center, which is the Eastern Division, can have a budget neutral solution to provide good public health to people.
On the same question, eh?
Yes.
You are answering what you are going to do, but they are asking you how is the city benefited so far from your own work?
Personally, let me tell you, personally, I have bought a truck at no expense. I have never received a coin from council. I have invested my own private resources to empower the youth who are jobless. I have invested my own private resources to bring a truck that has been working from 2021. For the last 4 years, I have shown leadership. You do not have to be a member of parliament to provide solutions to this place. What I can tell you, leadership is heaven sent. It is given by God. I have shown my credibility.
Next question.
Yes, the next question. They had highlighted the fact that I stay in senior quarters. I would like to tell you that this city is cosmopolitan. I also have a registered office and home in Kichinjaji Central Cell. They are very welcome for breakfast tomorrow morning. If they doubt, let them come. Number 2, I am a registered voter in Soroti City East Division. At the end of the day, we also have voters who stay in Pamba. We have voters who stay in Kampala. We have voters who stay in Soroti City West. They are going to come and vote here. If the Electoral Commission has cleared a voter or a candidate to come and represent his people, the law is clear through the Parliamentary Elections Act that a member of parliament will represent the constituency under the Constitution of Uganda. I therefore would like to say that I'm here for the people of Soroti City East.
Thank you. Take time. Any other person with a question post? Mr. Pascal. I think you had a question.
Members. Hello.
Please give them the opportunity to answer. Yeah.
Tolim. Moderator, can I respond?
Proceed, because you might not get the silence you want. You speak.
Members. Wajameni, pole.
Please, just respond.
Pole. The problem
the majority are listening to you.
So continue. Go ahead. We want our people to hear the issues.
Yes.
If there is no order, we are not communicating.
Please, so there is order enough, please.
Yeah, because once we are certain that there is order, then we can answer.
Okay, respond.
So now the question that I was asked, members, I want us to calm down a bit, lower the tempo. I know elections are emotive, but let's calm down and listen. The question I was asked is that what are the key lessons for our leaders in the contemporary generation that we can learn from the past leaders? And I want to thank you for this question. For me particularly, I want to tell our people that different sets of leaders answered the challenges of the day by reason of commitment, by reason of sacrifice, and by reason of integrity. And I want to give And I want to give moderator, please, again in terms of fairness, please so much.
Don't close this
I want to answer in fairness.
Yeah.
Every generation had its own challenges and they addressed it. I'll start with the generation that is a little bit before independence. We had leaders like Cuthbert Obuangor.
You have 3 minutes.
It is okay. We had leaders like Cuthbert Obuangor. We had leaders like Atekere Jalo. We have leaders like Omaria. The challenges of that time, including the Sylvanus Siagis, there was a national agenda, and the national agenda at that time was to get independence of Uganda. Our leaders from Teso contributed to the national struggle, and as you may be aware, they were effectively managed. Security, kindly help us.
Security here. Don't allow people to cross over.
Security, kindly help us.
People who cross over interfere with the explanation being given their side.
Kindly help us. Members.
Let's observe order, please.
Moderator. I cannot proceed because of I cannot proceed. I beg to submit.
It's okay. No problem. So I think, Orego, do you have any question you're supposed to respond? You can respond.
Thank you so much, Bwana Moderator. They asked me what is the core role of the Member of Parliament. First of all is to represent the people of Soroti City. Representation is the core role of the Member of Parliament. The other one is legislation, making sure that the laws that are made does not affect the lower man. The laws are favorable to everyone. The other function is budget oversight. The other one is budgeting.
Moment, please.
The fourth one is oversight.
Security, can you
accountability.
Take charge? First post. It's not right for us to create confusion at the last moment. Let's conclude this activity peacefully. And it's getting late. Let's summarize and we part from here. So please, security, take charge. Now, please, he's giving a last explanation and we close this. So please, Orego, can you summarize on that point? Then we close.
And also, being born of Soroti City and raised in Soroti, I understand the people of Soroti very well, and I know the challenges that they have gone through, and I have been part of the challenges. That is why I came up to stand for them and to go and represent their voices. Thank you so much. I beg to submit.
Thank you very much. I think maybe because it's getting late, and you know when I was beginning to sleep, I'm disorganized. So please, we are going to the last lap, and that is summary. We are giving each of you 1 minute to give closing remarks, and we call it a day. So let's begin from here where the mic is. So please, can you briefly, within 1 minute, give your final conclusions?
Thank you very much, Bwana Moderator. Thank you, the panelists I've shared the evening with, and thanks everybody who has graced this function and all the viewers online and across the globe. My name remains Atan Okia Moses, the FDC flag bearer for Member of Parliament, Soroti East Division. In the words of Frederick Douglass, in 1857, he had this to say: "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did and it will never." We must rise up to the occasion that if we are going to change the services that people have in this Mother Teso, a special region, we must have leaders ready to take up the mantle to demand and hold the powers that be accountable. I have been tested. For the 1 year I was in Parliament, I stood firm, took the risk of being returned home because I was speaking what concerns the people of Teso. And it's on that reason that I offer myself once more to go back to that National Assembly, because it's an area where all of us should be, but ideally we elect one representative.
Thank you.
And I thank you and I rally you for your vote on the 15th January 2026. Thank you very much.
A minute, please.
Thank you so much, Bwana Moderator. I want to thank the organizers and all our audience, both online and here, and to encourage us, as the Bible says in Romans 13:1, that no one fights the government that has been established by God. And as an NRM flag bearer for Soroti City East, God established NRM, and Museveni is there to live. Let's vote NRM for services, good service delivery in Soroti. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think Rodney, you have the mic.
First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank God for giving us the opportunity to provide leadership. And I'd also like to thank the organizers of this, as well as the entire Soroti City East Kere, Eyalama Noi for coming. I would like to say that in less than 1 month, we would have elected another member of parliament. The power belongs to the people. And at the end of the day, come 15th January, I have offered myself on an independent ticket. I have shown leadership, and I have come back home to ensure that we empower our community, provide social services, and provide accountable leadership. I therefore offer myself on the 15th of January. Go vote Agilo, Rodney Akonge Mukula, come 2026-2031.
Thank you, Rodney. Please, Mr. Dulu.
Thank you very much, moderator. Thank you very much, our people, for listening to us today. I want to thank all the panelists, my colleagues, and the organizers. In the candidature of Abilu Martin Ernest, you are going to get value for your vote. I've retired, but with strength to continue to serve the people after serving the government. I'm able to provide clean and effective representation.
Thank you very much.
All these challenges that we have seen in our city and in our region here, I'm ready to offer myself to do the best, and I will be community based. I'm going to be here come 15th January. I'm asking all our people to give me the vote. Vote Abilu Martin Ernest, independent ticket. I'm also willing to work with the government.
Thank you very much.
I remain a servant of the people. Thank you.
Mr. Raju.
Thank you very much, moderator, and my colleagues, the panelists, and everyone that has been able to listen to me. My symbol is a clock, and I'm saying at 9 o'clock that day, on 15th January 2026, go and vote for legislation, go and vote for budget appropriation, go and vote for oversight. And once you do that, you will see that Soroti City East that we are talking about will not be a story, but will be a place represented by someone that will not bring chaos or violence, but someone with peace. And that is the person called Elijah James Herbert Yoweri.
Thank you.
And I also want to wish all of us a Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous 2026. Thank you very much.
Finally, Pascal, your concluding remarks.
My parting shots. I thought I would stand when giving my parting shots. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pascal Amuriat. Machiavelli in his statement said, when the state is, when the people are well governed, then the state is secure. If you are interested in good governance, if you are interested in a leadership which is going to have effective representation, I can promise you I have the capacity, I have what it takes to be able to deliver on this assignment. And therefore, I urge all of you, this is a cosmopolitan city. We have a collection of different tribes. I will represent everybody with different interests, irrespective of of political, social, and whatever religious, I will provide that. But lastly, very, very lastly, allow me. Ekatonga teker. Only nyamita char. Only boli ate nyamite bolingo. Iboli ate chechich. Ajai kerengo ne.
Golo kidogo.
Emuri yakoni. Umamu nyai. Saba saja.
Allow everybody, especially the panelists, thank you for honoring the invitation. That means you have Soroti at the heart. Audience, despite the ups and downs, thank you for being good listeners. We want now to conclude by giving back the mic to the MC to now conclude this occasion. Thank you very much.
Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for this very wonderful day. Thank you so very much. I want to say thank you to Honorable Alobo Joan, Woman MP Soroti City, Honorable Eduardo Jonathan, MP Soroti City West, Honorable Paul Omer, Mayor Soroti City East, Honorable Inachi Sara, MP Aspirant Soroti City, and Flag Bearer Grace Ngorok, former Woman MP Aspirant, Honorable Chole Moses, thank you very much. We have William Euri, a district youth councillor, thank you very much. Kapile Biong. Elwango Stephen, former presidential aspirant Uganda, and of course Honorable Asaku Isaac, and then Epel of FDC Katakwi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have certainly come to the conclusion of today's work, but 2 or 3 things to do. One is that the choice is in your hands. You had it all, make a very good one. The other one is that the honorables here, we are going to have a photo moment. All of us are going to come down here. We have that Kodak moment. You most welcome here. I want also to say thank you to Emuya TV, Teso Vibes, Teso TV, the Patriot, Jokea TV, Nova Promotions, Teso Spear, Petro TV, Sugar Veritas, Nova Promotions, Teso Media. Finally, Friday we shall be having Soroti City West. The venue is the same area. Make sure you're there and do not miss even a single thing. God bless you for God and my country. Okay, DJ, hold on. Security will escort our panelists. They will escort you. Our security will escort them. Kindly go with them. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.